Oh, I think I got it working. Oh, I think I'm being heard now. I see things moving. So, yay. My apologies. I thought things were set up in that department, but anyways. um so as you see, we've got a streetcar here, and I am making a coloring page. Um ah in my cool voice. I actually sound kind of tired. I'll admit it's been kind of a busy morning because actually the museum opened up today. So I was a bit busy like getting stuff ready and whatnot. So, but yeah. So anyways, as you see here with these blue lines, I'm using the pen tool to basically, straighten everything out and then I'm going to fill them in. Um, quietly oohs into chat, my word. Hi everyone, by the way, now that I'm being heard. Hello. Sorry that I missed all of your hellos earlier. Um, yeah, like I said, I actually feel a little bit drained, but I know I have not streamed in a long time. And I was like, you know what? I really should do this. Plus, I'm in the mood. Yeah, go to bed, Granny. Ha ha ha. You guys are funny. Um, I am in the mood though to draw, so it's like, why not? It's been forever, so that's what I'm gonna do. Um, I wonder if I have an example of a coloring page up that I may need to find. Hold on a moment. Oh, here we go. Um, so yeah, this is kind of what I'm working on. Ta-da! So that's a photo I took of one of the exhibits or displays at the museum. And we actually printed this one out to kind of test the waters to see how they're taken at the museum, like how well they're received. So I like printed out, I don't know, like 15 of these pages, and I print them out on my own, just to see how they're doing. And if there's a good demand, then we'll look into a printing service. But for now, uh, this is what I'm working on, and perhaps we might make a little booklet of these coloring pages and sell them. Um, so this actually isn't for Ruble. This is for, as you see, the Railway Museum that I am a board member of. So that's what I'm doing. So this is, as you saw, this is an old streetcar. This used to run in our city, and yeah, excuse me. It was built. Hold on, I actually have it. I have a museum guide here. Hold on, hold on. Let me read what I have on my historical guide from the museum, all right? Because I am a board member. I get to memorize all these things to eventually maybe lead tours one day. And that's when, of course, Ruble's in school, like not preschool, but school. So it says, the museum is home to 3 streetcars, and this one is number 51. All 3 cars operated in our city during the, well, I mean, I guess my city's right there. So Saskatoon during the era of the streetcar, 1913 to 1951. So this is number 51. Is it electric? Actually, it is. It is electric. So this is a steel car built in 1927 by the National Steel Car Company of Hamilton, Ontario. Excuse me. It is a double-ended tram built on a steel body with horsehair and rattan seats and a birchwood trim interior. The interior includes traversing seats, so you can push the back of the seat one way or the other to see which way you wanted. Period advertising and original buzzer buttons and a foot gong. I actually don't know what a foot gong is. Anyways, this car and its sister streetcars operated in Saskatoon until 1951, when many of them were sold for storage or lake cottages and replaced by electric trolley buses. This car was acquired by the museum from a farmer in 1994 and painstakingly restored by museum volunteers with the help of the Saskatoon Auto Body Association and donations from various individuals and companies. So yeah, this is the streetcar, and I got most of this. I need to write down the letters eventually, and of course the roof and the ventilation. But right now, I am working on mainly the body. The one thing I'm not looking forward to is actually doing the bogies, because like I got the most visual of this one. This one, of course, is covered up by stairs, and I did think, and I tried to get to like the other side of the streetcar to try to take a photo of, but it just didn't feel right not having the doors at the front of the trolley, or trolley. I guess you can call it trolley, tram, streetcar, whatever. I'm probably going to use those interchangeably. Um, and so I figured, no, I have to do it on this side. So my plan is to, I'll zoom up here, kind of work my best on like these bogies back here. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to like try to like do a copy and just kind of match whatever sizes I can see here and kind of just go from there. Yeah. Excuse me. Anyways, so this is going to be a train themed stream. And in all honesty, I'm actually not sure how long I'm going to be streaming today. Like I said, I'm a bit worn out from today. So I might I might not even finish. You know, it's kind of one of those things where I just might be too tired to not finish like on the stream. Like I'll probably finish it tonight, but I'll just be tired of like talking. And I find that once when I talk to people and I'm tired, I just start like convulsively yawning, and then you can tell that this old fogey is is ready for, not ready for bed, but it's just worn out. So yeah, some blind. Okay, well here's the thing. Even though I like trains, I'm actually not that great at drawing them like by hand. Whoops. And like they're all right, but like there's just something about like drawing trains that's like really annoying just because of all the details. And that's also why I'm doing like a I shouldn't say tracing. I mean, this kind of is tracing, but this is at least my own photograph, so I'm tracing it from my own photograph here. But oh, hi there, by the way. Um, I lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, drawing trains. There's a lot of detail in drawing trains, and a trailer train. It's a streetcar slash trolley slash tram, whatever you'd like to call it. Um, there's just a lot of detail that I personally don't like drawing, and like it's a little bit different than putting in detail in, say, like an animal OC. Well, thank you guys. I think mainly just because to me that just comes easy, and I'm sure for those who enjoy drawing like locomotives and rolling stock and stuff like that, it's also enjoying for them. But that's just one detail I do not find enjoyable at all. So I'm at least glad to have this like photograph for reference, even though again these stairs and the sign do get in the way. And if you're wondering, there is something back there. Yes, that is another streetcar. That is, which one is it? It's 40. Oh, just 40. That's streetcar number 40. But it's wrapped up because it's starting to deteriorate and it needs a restoration. So that's why it's all bundled up in that the tarp. That's the word, not the tart. The tarp with a P, not a T. Yes, he's just in a blanket. It actually was a rainy day that day when I took this photograph. Yeah, so it's not open to the public. It needs a major restoration. Obviously not to be ridden around, but just at the very least, a cosmetic restoration. So if you don't know what a cosmetic restoration means, that just means restoring it to look like it used to be, but it will never, unless, as far as we know, it will never run again. Oh yeah. Well, if you're probably wondering what are all these other tabs, well, there are other train pictures I'm going to be working on. Let's see, we got. Oh
I
yes.
take responsibility for your photo taking ability.
Oh, thanks,
Yeah, you're welcome.
thanks.
I mean, we both know I'm the photographer.
I mean, I did take these pictures though, but
Sure.
yes, you may have helped me out. So this is all.
In understanding how to frame things.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm getting better at it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not a bad photographer.
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
just saying, I'm the photographer here.
Oh yeah, you're the photographer here, and now everyone's saying hi to you, by the way.
Hey.
um, yeah. So as you see, this is a box car that I paused on. Like it's basically done, but I haven't done the fill yet. But that's a box car that I took a picture of. Obviously, it's for Canadian Pacific. Um, that's a blank page apparently. Oh, here we go. That's also a hopper that I'm working on as well, but I had to stop because again, I figured I needed to work on these streetcars first because like the rolling stock, they're cool and all, but people come for the trains, not for the rolling stock as much. What do I have here? Okay, that's another box car that I will be starting. We got this hopper. I think I took a picture of this hopper because it just looks cool. I think this is more an industrial hopper. Um, I want to say it's an ore car. You know what? I think I took this picture to double check if it was a hopper or if it was something specific. Let me check my reference guide here. Let's see. We got, this is 35748. Oh, I'm,
It's 8675309.
oh gosh. All right, come on. Where? Because Robin is very cool. That is why. Come on, where is it?
Also very warm at the same time. Why did I grab this?
Yeah, why did you grab that?
You don't even know.
That's. Yep. Okay, it's not an ore car. Okay, here we go. It's a triple hopper. For mineral service. Okay, so yeah, it was an industrial one. So it was mainly yeah, so a hopper like that would have mainly been used for like coal, but sometimes gravel too. For an old man. Yes, he is cool for an old man.
Yes.
And yeah, and there's that. So, and yes, that's another caboose I'm going to be working on. That's another caboose. Is that it? Or oh, there's one more. Okay, this is the only one that's technically not my photograph. This is the streetcar number 40 when it was, when people could still go in it. So I will be drawing I will make this photo a coloring page here. But yeah, you can see it was starting to, ow.
Didn't hurt.
I wasn't expecting that.
Young people are gonna think that I'm just so mean to you by like
Oh
lightly tapping a
yes,
spoon on your shoulder.
yes. It's actually kind of cold. Oh my goodness.
The spoon?
Yeah.
Hold on just a second.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's a little better. Still a little cold, but that's much better.
How about that?
Ah! So yeah, I did technically take the photo, but this is on a display board. Canceled. Yes. So where was my streetcar? Was it here? Yeah, there it is. Anyways, my kid is good. After the little tick scare we had a couple days ago. But by the way, for those who did not know, we found a tick in Rubel's hair, and we thankfully pulled it out without any damage. Uh, yeah, I like it too. I wish I could see it in its full glory, and to be honest, I don't know. Uh, I don't know when it will be restored, because obviously it will eventually, but I do not know. Right now, that's not the plan, because we have other projects we need to do um, before we can work on streetcar number 40 getting its restoration. Yep. So, yeah, for now, streetcar number 40 is just going to be in the tarp. And there's technically a third streetcar, but it's not in good condition. It came in bad condition, and right now it's just hidden in storage because it's like, oof, this is going to be a project where we are going to need lots of like donations, and right now we can't focus on that. We have other things we need to focus on. So yes, playful banter. I agree with that. Um, uh, but yeah, so, but no, he's good. Actually, I think he was having a bit of a sensory day today. He joined me at the museum and he was having a good time, but I just noticed he was just acting a bit off. And even though I gave him all of his like stuff to help him, like his earmuffs, like his sunglasses, and quiet, like having some quiet time, he just still seemed a bit off. So I think he's just not having a good sensory day. Hoping a good night's sleep will help him with that. I actually don't know what these pieces are. I haven't been able to get a full good like close look at the streetcar because every time I do, I'm with Rubel and he just wants to race right through it because he has a plan. He's been to the museum so many times now that he has a plan. He knows where to go. He has a routine where like what exhibits to go through and where to go. Like this kid is on a roll. So I am not able to look at stuff like and take my time unless I go by myself. And of course, since Robin's not a trained person, there's really not much that interests him. So, there is a power hammer that is preserved there, and he's interested in that, but that's about it. Um, moody vibe mood. Why is it, Robin? Why are you a mood? uh, yeah. Anyways, so I feel like my voice is gravelly. I don't know if that's the case to you guys, but in my inner head, my voice sounds very deep and gravelly. There we go. All right, take care. So yeah, as you can see, these pages can be a bit time consuming, especially depending on how much detail there is. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a little tired. I'm not like ready to go to bed tired. It's just, yeah, it's just a busy day, doing some errands in the morning before heading to the museum and, oh, excuse me. And then we went to Costco, and I have now noticed that the COVID restrictions have made me a little bit more anxious in grocery stores, and that's frustrating. Not to the point, well, yeah, sometimes to the point where I'm just like, I want to get out of here, but thankfully it's just like it'll be over soon. Just wait. But yeah, whatever. That's just life. Hello. Actually, don't. Never mind. I was gonna ask a question, but then I answered it. Ooh, that shall be fun. There actually are active tracks right by the museum. Um, it's not like active, but they are active. And train does occasionally go through, but every single time I miss it. And it's just like, that's what my perfect rail, like rail fanning and train spawning, but nope. Yeah, I feel the yawns coming on. I'm kind of like trying to fight it a bit. And I know eventually I'll have to give in because that's what yawns do. My zodiac sign? I'm a Cancer. Yep. I think I realized I designed this one wrong. Now that I gotta put this one up. Actually, I'm just gonna bloop. No, that's actually not what I wanted. I wanted bloop. So we'll do this, as long as that doesn't ruin. Let's see. I got to really zoom into this one. And yeah, you're hearing me using my mouse because it's actually easier to use the pen tool with a mouse than it is with a tablet. The things you learn. Let's see. I think that's as close as I'm going to get. So let's shrink that a bit. And then let's go to 200. Yeah, there's trains. There are trains. We have both a Canadian National and a Canadian Pacific yard in and around the city. So yeah, and we also have a Via Rail station. And if you don't know what Via Rail is, that is that is Canada's only official train passenger, like passenger train service. So yeah, it's pretty active. How did I do the other one last time? Right. It went like this, and it went down like this. Yeah, and there's a pedestrian train bridge, and that's where Rubel got to see that one train. Yep, there's another yawn. I don't know of any like official train spotting locations though. I've tried looking it up, but I haven't gotten a lot of help in that regard, because firstly, I don't know if there's like a train spotting club per se that I just haven't found. And like the bridge is technically a good one if you're able to catch the train. And of course, I do not have any equipment to like those scanners to figure out when a train's coming or not. So it's really just a pure random guess. And same with at the museum. The line being used there belongs actually to is used by a short line. So it's a Canadian National line, but a short line train uses it. So that's the trains that would come right by the museum. And actually close to the museum is a potash mine, and CN does go there and service the mine and grab stuff. So, yeah. There we go. I think the train I see most often is actually not too far from my house, which is a CN line that just goes by one of the more major roads that I live by. But that's about it. All right, let's. Oh, stop touching things. All right. Take care. Oh my goodness. I am a crazy person. At midnight. I see. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do this. All right, so I got to curve this a bit. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. I can be pretty crazy sometimes. Oh goodness, that sounded like my voice went very, very gravelly there. Oh goodness. Oh well, welcome here. You can. Oh, fan art. I do have a website. Blue dollar. Oh my goodness, Blue Dollar Ken, bluecollarden.com, where you can send a link to your art, because I don't have it set up where you can actually send files, and I think I have to pay more for a domain to actually get that done. So you can send the link and then through my website, and then I should be able to see it through that. Oh gosh, yeah. I've always been too old, let's be real. Most of the animators were like much younger than me when they got their start, like, and by animators I mean like back in like 2008, 2009, 2010. They were even younger than me at that point, and then, so I've always felt, actually, to be fair, Blue Kyo Kitty is like, I think, a year older than me. So they're like one of the few animators, well, actually I don't think they animate anymore, but they were one of the few animators that were around my age. I mean, like, Splash was a kid basically when I was basically just graduated high school. So I've always been old here. Let's be real. There we go. That's right, we are. Yeah, you can tell I'm old because I occasionally go on Spotify and I click the top 10 or top 100 2000s hits for music. Usually I listen to classical music, but every now and then I click on like the 2000s and it's like, oh, there it is. I remember listening to this when I was a preteen. Oof. Oh my goodness, the angle here almost makes it look like the 5 has little like devil horns or cat ears. That's hilarious. I think it's just the way it's painted. Let me check here. Yeah, this 5 also has a point. But that's hilarious. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. Oh man. The 5 with the devil horns. That's hilarious. This one is going to be a kind of a hard one to figure out. So I got the 1 here for reference, and I got the bottom of the 5. So we'll do my best with this one. Oh, thank you, by the way. Sorry, I have to scratch my ears. They're getting itchy. All right, let's see if we can do this. Oh, my mouse pad was slipping. All right, the devil train. Um, oh my goodness, my throat's been pretty dry as well. Give me a moment while I drink some water. Hold up. Hold up. All right, that should be enough water for now. And I will wrap my blanket around me because I like feeling snug. And my Alexa Lowell is giving me a look because I need to feed him. And he's just like, where's my food? I want my food now. Oh my goodness. I think we're at, not gonna lie, I think we're at like not yawn number 10. Let's, but I don't know. I'm not keep track. It feels like I'm yawning way more. Uh, Good thing this streetcar isn't number 666. Ah. Alright, whoops. I always forget when I don't stop a path. Alright, well, let's give this little 5 its devil horns. Okay, and then do that. Right about there. There. Oh, alrighty. If it's 6, then it is 6. Alright, so that's about the middle. I think it's down here. So then about here. Now I got a guess for this inner part here, so wish me luck. But we will figure it out. Alright. I'm always tired. Once you become my age, as Aqua can testify, you're always tired. Yeah, it kind of does look like Batman, actually. That's pretty funny. Alright. I gotta give this a slight slant. Just slight. Because it is angled, so maybe I should bump that down a little bit. About here. So then we'll put this up here. Man, my washing machine can sound so violent sometimes. Just with the way the pipes just like poof when it's done doing a wash. Alright, so this is the part we gotta guess. Oh, pff, butts. There we go. Bad train. Yep. Alright, oops, that is the wrong thing. Is it this one? There. Nope, 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 nope. Something is screwed up there. Let's see if we can fix it. I think I'm gonna have to add in another thing. A thing, you know, a thing, yeah. Right, how skinny was this on the other 5? Come on. Okay, so it's basically like, I think this should be a little bit lower down. And, oh right, I need to add, nope. I need to add anchor point there. Enjoy not feeling constantly tired, guys. You'll miss those days when they're gone. Alright, and then, so got a little bit of a screw up here, but we'll try to fix it. Try to fix it. Okay, something like that, and then something like that. It doesn't, I guess it doesn't have to be really exact. I mean, this is a coloring page. They're not expecting like perfection, but unfortunately for them, I can be a bit of a perfectionist. So I'm going to get it as good as I can. So let's try to, there. I think that's a little bit better. Oh, no, no, we got a mistake going on here. We got a mistake. Let's see. Let's try to fix it. Okay. Okay, I think I know what the problem is. So we need to actually move this a little bit more this way, and then let's see how that looks. Something just doesn't feel right. Oh, that actually fixed it. Okay, well, there's a little bit of a bump here that I need. Oh, where did you come from? That makes sense. Let's delete that anchor point. There we go. That's a little bit better. I need to fix this a bit there, and then give it its little points. Right, so it kind of goes like that, almost. Yeah. So it kind of goes like, where did you come from, little thing? In this case, yes. There we go. Yeah, so again, I apologize that I'm not as talkative right now. Like I said, I'm just kind of like out of it. That actually looks kind of curved. Do I have an example of that on this side? Oops, right up here. Not really. Okay, well. Oh goodness. It is a fun time, though. Whew, there we go. Oh, a Sprite. Actually, that kind of sounds kind of good right now. Alright, so, oops. I unfortunately do not have pop in the house right now. Pop slash soda. How did this one do it again? Gotta go back, check out my one from before. Ooh, swirly straw. That makes everything better. Alright. Silk pillow. Oh my. Guys are spoiling me. um. Oh, hello there. Oh my goodness. Ah. Do I have over 40? I do? Okay, apparently I have over 40,000 subscribers. Well, thank you guys. Last time I checked, which was a few days ago, I thought, well, maybe I was at like 39 in a bit. So, thanks guys. I appreciate all the support. First child. Yeah, in a manner of speaking, the goob is correct. There is art to prove it as well on my old DeviantArt page. Let's see, did I curve this one? Like, I know I curved it here. Okay, I did not curve the top part. Okay. Alright, gotta lower this just a wee bit. Okay, and so about there and about there. I think, yeah, that'll work. That will work. Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate your kind words. Oh, you. Yes, in a matter of speaking, technically, I have a lot of children. One biological child. Everyone else just kind of showed up. uh, my day was busy, but good. Yep. So I could sleep. Very, very thoughtful. Very thoughtful. That's for sure. All right. S's can be a little tricky to maneuver sometimes. So, ooh, especially an S this skinny, just because of the angle of the streetcar. Um, Thanks, Goob. And yes, Aqua is grandma. Yeah. So then, Bajuk. Bajuk. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a tricky one. You know what? I should just curve this one now. So, there we go. Yes, I do my own sound effects. Yep. Bus driver queen. Ah, yes. I need to get a sticker for that. And actually, no, a magnet. There we go. So I could take it to if I have to change bus, then I can take it with me. There we go. Okay. I feel so zoomed in. Like I can, like, of course we can see the pixels, but because the words are so small, it's so hard. Oh, did I make a mistake there? Oh, come on. Did I? Okay, phew. Okay, okay. It's not attached. Merch store and so I should do a bus related thing. Like I technically have a Redbubble. I just made it for the fun of it. Uh, yeah, I made it just for the fun of it. I obviously wasn't like settled on starting a merch store because I'm probably hard on myself, and I'm just like, no, I don't deserve a merch store yet. And that's not me being like, oh, woe is me, I don't deserve one. Like, I legitimately am like, no, I'm not famous enough for that. And I mean, I'm sure there's some of you who'd be like, yeah, I'd buy from that. So, um, but yes, I do technically have a Redbubble, but yeah, I should do some bus related stuff. Yeah, I did not even know that too, Goob. Um, someone asked a question. Okay, uh, long story short, I made up my own system with designing characters, specifically for cat and dog characters. Cats are because I usually base my characters off of real people. Uh, Cats are based on more physical look than anything else, and dogs are based on personality for the most part. Their looks will influence color if the dog breed or breeds have the option. Um, oh, I know, right? Um, uh, but yeah, I think my Redbubble's actually on my page in one of the link thingies. I think. Yeah, you can tell that I don't really pay attention to that stuff, where I'm just like, I think I have this. I honestly don't know. Um, yeah. Uh, See, there's my tiredness kicking in where I just like blank and I'm like, what do I talk about again? Um, and again, like I said, my voice sounds very gravelly. Oh, don't tell me there's a mistake. Ooh. The ugliest Comic Sans. Oh my goodness. Uh, oh yes, for Canada, right? Uh, all I remember was that the one time I was in, like, we were at Disneyland for a day because we were on like a trip or something, and I was wearing at the time like an Olympic themed like Canada sweater, and we were going on the Ferris wheel, whatever it's called. It was at California Adventure, um, and the guy who was attending the ride is like, "Oh, are you guys from Canada?" And I'm sure he said as a joke, and we just didn't pick up on it. We're just like, "Oh, silly American." But now I'm like, yeah, he probably just meant it as a joke. I was like 15, 16 at the time, so yeah. Um, Canadian Sands. Oh gosh. Um, oh, thanks, Aqua. um, yeah. Oh my goodness, this S looks so weird. So weird. And of course, now this is like stuck in position. I don't like it. I might have to delete this. Let's see what happens. Delete anchor. Still stuck. Might have to delete this one too. There. Oh my goodness. I think I've ruined things. I've ruined things. Um. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Did I just yawn? I honestly wasn't paying attention. Oh gosh, you know what? I think I should start this one over. Let's just delete that. Let's start over. Yeah, the S is really weird. The defibrillator. All right, we gotta go pixely. I'm gonna try less this time. Let's try less is more, right? Yep, because I'm an old fogey and I yawn. Oh, I have in the curve tool. I don't want curve. I want just the pen tool. Oh, pop, right. I'll be real, like, I remember as a kid, like, hearing, like, sodas being mentioned, and I'm just like, who says sodas? Um, oh, yeah. Oh, dear. Northerner, huh? There was the one time where Aqua and I had the exact same temperature, like weather temperature. So that was cool. But yeah, I would hear it like on like TV shows, like sodas, and I was just like, I have never heard pop be called soda. Why is it called? Why do people call it soda? It's pop. You know, like my sheltered mind was thinking, like, who says that? Um, Obviously, I now know. Well, there are some places in Canada that do call them sodas, though. I just like there's some states that call it pop. So, there's that. Oh boy, this is going to be a difficult one. I think. Can we do this? Woo! This is like the same territory we went to last time that I screwed everything up. Let's try it again. That is very, that is well said, Aqua. All right, let's try moving this here. Move this. Oops. Gotta fix it. I'm going to try to fix it this time. I'm gonna not try to start over. Okay. This S is so weird. Whoever chose this font back in whatever year this was made, you chose a bad font. What, in like 1951 it was when it was retired. Let's go in 1940. Let's go in 1940. How dare you choose this for 1940? It's so complicated. Oh gosh, I'm just going to be adding more complicated things to it. I mean, to be fair, Canada is a part of the Canadian or British Commonwealth, so I mean, there's that. Um, Maybe my yawns are going away for a while. And watch, I probably just cursed myself. I probably just did. Anyways. Oh, don't tell me this is... Okay, phew. Okay. Got blip. Gotta add this. Oh, gosh. Please don't tell me that's screwed up. Oh, where's my circle boy? Where's my circle boy? Okay, there it is. Don't know why I called it circle boy. I don't know what else to call it. Okay, this is not the prettiest S in the world. And you know what? At this point I might just be like, screw it. um uh I think Canada or England and France like fought over control of us, which is why we have Quebec. I don't remember if there was a war for that. There might have been. I remember something about the French and the British, something. It's been a long time since I obviously studied that history. Honestly, I don't know. Yeah, of course. There's a joke that we have because a while back, Quebec threatened to separate from Canada. Like this was a long time ago. And ever since then, our joke was like, good, we don't want them here. And I mean, that's pretty mean. I don't know anyone from Quebec, so it's easy for me to joke about it. But, I mean, if they still want to separate, I mean, it's like, okay. That sounds so mean. If anyone's from Quebec, I'm so sorry. I'm just saying what I've heard, and this is not me saying it. It's just from I've heard from like a whole bunch of other people who live in the west side of Canada. Yeah. Teach better social studies, and I've been out of school for almost 12 years now. It's almost 12 years, and my chair squeaked. My chair makes a weird squeaky noise sometimes. Okay. I might have just called good on that, because Let's zoom out. Maybe it looks better zoomed out. Uh, kind of. I think I gotta fix this curve here though. Let's see. That my washing machine was pretty loud there. Wonder if you heard that. Okay, just gonna try that. It looks so weird. Why does it look so weird? Let's try that. All right, zoom out. Oh yeah, I'm always like this. Okay, good enough. Good enough. I mean, in relation to, imagine this is a piece of paper that's tiny. Let's not worry about it too much. We're gonna move on. I mean, this will be easier to write until I get to this part where it goes exhibition. Yeah. Oh, to be alive when there were streetcars. Actually, I found out, what was it, a year or two ago, that actually those original rails are technically still there. They just paved right over them. So occasionally when it gets really hot, uh, the heat from the sun wears out the asphalt like much faster, and you could actually see the rails. And then they just patch up over them. But I'm just like, dude. Now I wonder, with the whole like electric vehicle type situation, if they'll ever, well, they won't obviously put these guys into operation, but if they'll ever bring them back. Because I know Toronto is like one, if not the only city in Canada that actually has operating streetcars. Of course, we know San Francisco, but I'm just talking about Canada's like point of view. Yes, I agree. Bring trains back. That would help out with the climate crisis, whatever you believe on climate crisis. Trains are, would help out a lot, especially for, people who may not be able to afford electric vehicles. Oh yeah, actually, it looks like they're removing old rails from the street. Um, how do I describe this? I should make here on my other side of the page that's not being broadcasted. I'm going to try to find an old map. Let's see. So there used to be, so the old Canadian National Yard used to be right in downtown. And by the way, I can't see the chat right now. So if you're asking me questions, I can't see them. Let's see if I can get a map of this because I'm seeing pictures, but I don't see like an overhead map of what it could look like. And so it used to be right in downtown, and then there was rails that would go up north for both, obviously for both freight and passenger service. And those rails appeared to be finally being ripped up. So after basically stopping operation in the 60s, they are finally being ripped up, which is understandable. If they're not being used up, it's a fair point. And understandable, but at the same time, that's kind of sad. It's like the end of it's a true end of an era in a way. But again, I understand why, and it's probably just a pain in the butt to have to rip up like all the asphalt just to remove these rails. Dang it, I can't seem to find a good map. But anyways, okay, now I'm back to looking at the chat. Yeah, that's what I hear, is that lithium is pretty bad for mining. I mean, everything has their pros and cons, right? Obviously gas and diesel have their pros and cons, electric vehicles have their pros and cons, trains have their pros and cons, it's just a matter of life. Oh, that inner A is gonna be a butt. There. I'm not sure when the first rail car came. I mean, in my city, they began operation in 1913, but I'm pretty sure they were being used way earlier than that in other cities. Ah, yeah, it's all about context. All I know is that for me personally, I'm not ready to buy an electric vehicle until I know they can handle Canadian winters. Until they can handle Canadian winters, I'm not getting an electric vehicle. But once they prove themselves, then then I actually will heavily consider getting one. But that is my standard. Oh yeah, yeah. I know obviously Canada is younger, so I think Canadian Pacific was like the first major rail line in Canada. They were the first one to make their transcontinental railway. They didn't finish, I want to say 1860s, but that doesn't sound right to me. Um, let's see. Let's see when the last spike happened. Completed in 1885. That sounds more like it. 1885. Um, yeah, to be fair, actually, Canadian winters aren't that bad in like Vancouver. I only say this because I've seen Vancouver, and they tend to stay pretty mild. Um, they they tend to be more wet than anything. But yeah, I live in the prairies, so our winters, you know, we don't have many trees, so they can get pretty bad sometimes. Uh, and cold because of course we're closer to the north. And guess what happens when we suddenly get like a polar a polar vortex? Ugh. I mean, Canada had slaves too working the railways. They were Chinese. Moose Jaw, a small city actually in my province, has a whole exhibit on just, well, uh, as well as they have two exhibits technically. One is based on how the Chinese immigrants were treated when they worked on the railways. The second one is based on bootleg liquor um, by a crime boss, and I know his name, but I cannot think of it. I want to say he was from Chicago or something like that, and he used Moose Jaw to like help him get moonshine or something like that. Yeah, and this was obviously in like Prohibition area or era. Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it's yeah. It every like we all have our every nation has their skeletons in the closet. Oh yeah, yeah. Lots of the like they weren't technically slaves, I guess, but they were used for the dangerous stuff, and a lot of them lost their lives. Thank you, Robin. Al Capone. Yep. Um. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, yeah, we all have our skeletons in the closet. Um. Oh, you guys haven't heard about the whole residential school thing, have you? It's Robin. Yeah. The whole residential school thing, obviously, was very bad. Uh, it's, our first prime minister basically phrased it this way. They want to take and I'm using his words from the 1800s. I just want to preface this one right now. The phrasing was, we want to take the Indian out of the child. So the indigenous people, as children, were taken away from their families for basically most of the year, taken to these schools. And I do have to say, I'm sure some of them were not that bad, but a lot of them we hear bad stories about with mistreatment, lots of abuse of all kinds. Pretty disgusting. Yeah. Um, yeah, it was, yeah, it's disgusting. And the whole situation that had been going on is that they found unmarked graves in the residential schools. So that's what's kind of been going on recently. Um, oh, I can imagine. Yeah. Oh, the intent for the residential schools. Okay, sorry. Thank you for correcting me, Robin. Um, but yeah, you know, Canada does have a racist problem too, but it's more directed towards the indigenous people in general. Yeah, no fun at all. But let's try to, I know, yeah, let's try to talk about happier things. So let's try to talk about happier things. What's a happy thing? um, oh yes, the sarcasm drips. Um, um, Whew, sorry, I had a moment to adjust because my screen just darkened a bit. It's in night mode to help me go to sleep better. Um, Robin is in the basement. Rubel's asleep, and Robin is in the basement doing his own thing. He occasionally pops in here when I'm streaming. Um, um, but yeah, the basement is kind of like his man cave, except it's very cold down there. Um, that's just where he set up. That's just where he set up his computer. You know, I'm in the main room because, you know, be there for the kid and whatnot. And yep, that's Robin's dungeon. A literal man cave. Okay, this S is actually looking a little bit better. I'm happy about that. Her, her. um, gamer husband. Yeah, you're not wrong. He does play games in the basement. I was actually speaking to Robin, and I was like, "Do you think Rubel would be able to play like Super Mario on our emulator yet?" He's just like, "I'm not sure." Um, he's not gonna lie. I think he's still a little too young to play Super Mario, but I think soon he might be able to try it out. All right, let's try. Woo, woo. Aw, sorry to hear that. Super Mario is just like that classic game that every kid, I feel like, needs to play. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I honestly don't know if Robin's paying attention right now. I just heard him sigh, so I think he's playing a game right now. I I showed him a couple episodes. He didn't seem very interested though. Like he liked the main song, but he did not seem like, ooh, I'm gonna love this show. So yeah, I think we'll give it another chance sometime. But right now he just prefers, vehicles and trains, the classic kid things. But we'll try My Little Pony again one day. Ooh, this K is squishy. Oh, thank you. Oh yes, the game that makes Robin very angry, but he still enjoys it. To be fair, it is a very beautiful game. It's just a little ridiculous. It's not my cup of tea, I'll say that. Elden Ring is one of those where, like, I know, even though it's beautiful, I wouldn't like it. Well, every child with autism is different, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, apparently you enjoy being angry. Because being happy with a game is uh not normal. I don't know. Uh, to be fair, I've had a lot of train dreams lately. Like it seems like um you know what? I've always tried to like peek over and see if I could see a Via Rail train. I've seen one before. It was a long time ago, but yeah. Um what's allowed in the chat? Um I have seen a Via Rail train and I will eventually ride one, but yeah. Mm. Oh, okay. I see. I see. I see. Sorry, I didn't even notice that. Um, we don't have Super Mario, our Super Smash Bros. Do we, Robin? Do we? No, our emulators don't have that, right? Um, but hey, Rubel's also into Pokemon right now. Like, uh, right now he's kind of moved back to cars and stuff. Um, we do have a Switch. We just don't have that game. Actually, it's been a long time since we played that Switch. Can you tell that we're not really? Well, Robin's more a PC gamer, and I go through phases, basically. In my case, um, I sometimes forget that we have a Switch. Um, go fund me. um, I mean, when I used to play, when like people would bring it over, I'd try to be any kind of animal. So yeah, they usually meant or something cute. So I'd either be um 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 oh Kirby, or I'd be like Pikachu or something like that. I almost forgot what Kirby's name was. I mean, right now, of course, Roblox has been my go-to thing. Um, I mainly just experiment with like either train games or, of course, the Warriors game. Uh, I'm kind of waiting until they do an update where they potentially add like the ability to hunt prey, because right now I feel like it's kind of stagnated a bit for me. But I excitedly look forward to that day. I know it's coming eventually. I just don't know when. But yeah. Um. You're too annoying. Oh, that's funny. Oh yes, the bunny. Never trust a bunny. And that was a quote from Hoodwinked. That's the movie. Um, excuse me. The yawns are coming back, everyone. Run for the hills. The yawns are coming. Oh, that's right. No kicking the bunny. There, I think. Should I bump that down? No, I'll just deal with that O. Um, all right, yeah, I must be at least at 10 yawns by now. Ugh. That yawn actually made my eyes water. Um, oh, excuse me. Which song is that?
What?
What song is that?
It's called When We Were Young by Architects.
Oh. Sorry. Sorry about the yawns. The rail bunny. Oh. Indeed, he has returned. Well. Ooh, I can actually use my... Yeah, I'm on my curve tool. Yay! It was Robin. He came up. And he's gonna go back down. Oh, favorite engine. To drive in blue trains. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think I always am a sucker for Edward, because he's one of my favorites. But, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I like to run Gordon because I like to pretend that I'm on an express train, and so then I just go for it, even though, well, yeah, I could. He is singing and screaming. Goob asked if you were singing.
Yes.
And screaming.
And screaming.
Yes.
Mainly screaming, but...
Yeah.
I do sing, too.
Aqua says, sing louder for those in the back.
What song do you want to hear?
Oh,
That's a rhetorical question. I'm not going to sing your song.
Technically that would wake up Ruble, yeah, if you screamed as loud as you could.
Maybe.
It depends on the scream, too.
Yeah, depends what kind of scream.
Wait, was that your ankle, or was that my thing?
Could have been both.
Gross.
Yep. This needs to be charged. There we go.
What you doing?
Charging my Bluetooth headphones.
Oh.
That's just
It
there.
It uses my thing for my headphones?
Yeah.
Oh.
Same thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So when you're done, you can just plug them back in there and unplug mine. But
well, let's see. Where are my headphones at right now? Oh, the battery's not too bad right now, so we'll see. Shall you scream a song for them?
What song?
Okay,
hold on. Do I go what I'm currently listening to, or is that too much?
Go with what you're currently listening to.
Okay, well, Um, that would be Lorna Shore.
Oh boy.
Um,
Well done. Thank you, Robin. We have to wait for the latency. Yup. We don't get rickrolled. Oh, we should have thought of that, Robin.
Yes.
Yes.
Such a wonderful guitar use, I think.
Sounds kind of like a cat, too. Yup. And he was reading those comments there.
I mean, I'm in chat too, but like, I'm up here right now.
Yeah. It is a good song. Okay, this N is a little bit mangled up a bit. I think that's just due to debris or something like that. Oh, hello. Yeah, that would make sense that he would sing like Korn. Well, he went back downstairs now, so. Oops, a little too high. Let's try bloop and bloop. Bloop bloop. As one does. You bloop. Oh gosh, now I've been put on the spot. Of course, you asked me now, and of course it's like on the spot, and I'm like, oh no, I can't think of anything. And then if once I'm done this stream, I'll be like, oh, I should have said this, but as one does. You just do whatever you want. Yeah. Mom, I'm eventually gonna make a lazy mation of that. I just need to wait for the right moment. You wait for just the smallest thing. Just like, oh, I don't like that. Then you're gonna be like, well, now I'm gonna exploit it. That sounds really bad though. Gosh, yeah, I can't. Of course, I'm put on the spot, and now I can't think of it. That tends to happen though. If I'm put on the spot for something, I do tend to freeze. That's just how my brain works. I freeze. I mean, that's one way to annoy them. Hmm. Is it safe to assume that Perter cat is Moon. Am I making a connection here? Ah, Elf, you gotta stay away from the bunny. I have made the connection. I can be a smart person sometimes. Ah, just as long as I'm not being violent, then you can do that. Hmm. I wonder, train boy. Do I like trains? I mean, this is technically a streetcar, but do I like trains? Yes. And yes, I'm being sarcastic with train boy because I know train boy. Um. There's another yawn. I will admit that there's part of me who's tempted to try to use a yawn that has that can have the ability to break eardrums, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh wow, that makes you feel old. um, that's a good point, Aqua. Yeah, they are technically other people. I think it'd be better if you use maybe your own OCs instead, because yeah, they're technically children, and yeah, it might technically children. Yes, they are children. So, and I just use those characters just to um, oh, wait, no, is it the speed paint? Sorry, I totally got mixed up there. Sorry, I mixed up. Yeah, all those characters in the speed paint are real people, so it's probably preferred not to unless you ask every single one for their permission. But I'm okay if you use like yeah your own OCs for that instead. Oh yeah, making OCs is so much fun. Sometimes I just go in the Warriors Roblox game just to make OCs. Does that make me a nerd or am I just I don't know. Maybe it just makes me weird. I don't know. There we go. I see. Oh, it is. It's very fun. When you get the right crew, that is. Sometimes you get into like this weird situation where there's like, there's people spamming or there's just people are, they're just not playing it properly and you're just like, "Oh boy." I mean, like there's part of it where people are just popping in because it's like, "Oh, cats." Then they're like, "Wait a minute, what's this all about?" Because they like cats, but they never heard of warriors or something like that. Um, I see. Um, that's quite the imagination. I like it. Um, like, what was the one situation that a couple friends and I witnessed? There was like this one, yeah, it was like a person who just hopped in on the game who had no idea of uh, what warriors were, obviously, and it was Shadow Clan, and they were they were on the rock being like, I'm leader now. And everyone's like, no, this person's the leader. And they're like, well, I overthrew them. That's not how it works. And yeah, and it was just like, the OCs are just like, get out of here. Not OCs, but like all the cats were like, get out of here. Like, you're not playing it right. And then the person eventually leaves like, this is a stupid game. And I was like, oh my word. That was interesting. And then there's the weird situation where uh, um, people roleplay giving birth. Like I understand, some of the the kitten OCs are like, well, I need to be born, but it's like, you could just suddenly exist. You don't have to. Your roleplay mother doesn't have to roleplay giving birth. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, I've witnessed it quite a few times, and it's just like, no, 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 no. Yeah, in the Warriors roleplay game, you could just boop, just pop into existence. You don't have to roleplay being born. Yes, yeah, it's weird. I've been through it. Seeing people roleplay it is weird. Yes, hello, I've been born. Oh yes, I sometimes will just pop into games and just start collecting herbs because I'm like, oh, this clan is low and their medicine cat is busy doing things. I'm just gonna start helping them, and I'm just anonymous, and I just pop in, pop out, pop in, pop out. Just like don't even say anything. I hear the game actually used to have cars that could actually like murk your character, but apparently it caused too much lag, so they got rid of it. But dude, I would actually like to see that. That would just create another like obstacle in the role-playing game, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, role-play can be weird sometimes. Right, monsters. Sorry, not cars, monsters. And exploded. Oh my. Um, this C is going much better than the S's. There we go. I'll do something like that, and then, it's alright. It happens. I mean, there are times I can't speak either, so. I think I had a moment just this morning where I couldn't say a word, and like Robin's like, "Do you mean this?" And I'm like, "Yes." Ugh. I can't believe I couldn't think of this, and it's like a simple word too, but I was just like, ugh. Ah, hmm. I'm not sure about that, Mage. Yeah, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Good call, Goob. I mean, to be fair, I don't play those kind of games anyways. Like, it's just not my cup of tea. Like, I tried playing Call of Duty just once, and I was like, nah. And so, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We're almost done the lettering, guys. Yay! This streetcar is coming into existence. More history in like my own province. Like, um, I kind of more specialize in like local history and Menonite history. That's more like my forte. Whoops. That is crooked. Canadian history, yeah. And I mean, like, there's a little bit of, like, UK history when you talk about trains. So there's that too. I mean, yes, Canada was in World War II. You are correct. Except my family wouldn't be a part of it because they were pacifists. So they wouldn't have been involved. Then they were pacifists because they were Mennonites. And if you don't know what a Mennonite is, it's essentially a form of like it's a type of like Christian religion. Whoop, something happened there. And they didn't believe in fighting. So, yeah. Yeah, I like my history is more on like, like little towns and of course trains in Canada. Um, Even just like various things. Oh, hello. I can imagine that. Um, I would say like if there was more industry in my province, I would be also into that, but like especially regarding trains, because like there's like the mining industry and the logging industry. It's like there was technically logging in Saskatchewan, just that's up north, not in the area I'm live in, and also like not necessarily mining in the sense of like minerals. It was more like even mining right now. I mean, I guess there is a uranium mine up north. There's a uranium mine. There's potash. I don't even know what other mines exist right now, but yeah. Um, Rocky Mountain Express? I think I have. I think I have. Uh, by Downey Live? Funny enough, the place is actually just called Uranium City. That's where the uranium mine is. And that's like way up north. Like it's one of the most northern towns in the province. And you can only get to it by plane. That's how remote it is. You know what? I don't believe I actually have Train Boy. I'm gonna have to look that up now. Oh, this is weird because like pixel wise, this A is like a little crooked. Giblet? To be fair, that is a funny name. Or like yeah, it's a funny word. I'll give Moon that. Um, Train Boy is a fun name. You are correct. And yes, Uranium City does sound like a comic book name, but it is an actual place. And it's not even a city. It's just like a tiny little town that's just for mining. But yeah, it is a legitimate place. Oh my goodness. Um, hey, if you don't stop, you're gonna go on timeout. I don't know. I'm just being silly. Um, pull out. Don't make me pull my mom voice. Send them to the principal's office. Now I'm only thinking of like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Send him to the principal's office so we can have him expelled. I used to love that movie. Um, and as well as the other Spy Kids. I used to love those movies. I don't even know how many times we'd watch it because like we recorded it on TV uh, with a VHS tape back in the day, and yeah, we watched that tape a lot. My siblings and I. It's such a like ridiculous, hilarious movie. In a way, yeah. I I I kind of miss the good old days of VHS, even though, to be fair, like they could be a little complicated sometimes. But that's what I grew up on. And in fact, my mom and dad's VHS player still works. So if they still have VHS tapes, we could still watch something. We actually did have it running because we were checking out an old VHS tape, like a home movie. And my mom's like, "Do you think this is worth like converting to DVD?" And I was like, "Okay, let's go check." So we hooked up the old VHS. It was stored away. We hooked it up, and we played it. And thankfully, that tape is worth converting into DVD. But yeah, I just sat there, and then Ruble and my nephew came down. My nephew's a year younger than Ruble, and they're just like, "What's that?" I'm like, "Oh boys, oh boys, let me tell you." Of course, Ruble's just like, "Whatever," and my nephew's just like, "What?" they're too young to like fully understand. But one day I'm gonna be like, "Boys, this is what your dad was raised on," who is my brother, obviously. But yeah, and that in talking to my nephew. But yeah. Oh yes, I had some Disney movies on tape. Um, let's see, we had Cinderella, we had Aristocats. Hmm, I wonder what made me like cats. Um, really? It's been 100 minutes? Huh, cool. I'm glad that at least my energy's perked up quite a bit too. Like maybe I will finish this. But hey, we finished the lettering. Yay. It actually it's weird how crooked it looks, but I mean, that must be how it was on the actual writing. Yeah, many people unfortunately are growing up in that until you rewind. Oh yeah. Uh, Bambi. I had Bambi on VHS. Also watched a lot of Bambi. Um, Fievel Goes West. We didn't have American Tail. We had Fievel Goes West. So I didn't even know that Fievel Goes West was a sequel. I didn't even know American Tail existed till like I was like 16 probably. How sad is that? Um, yeah. Oh, do you remember when DVD menus had like games and stuff? Those were the days. Oh, yes. Favorite Disney movie? Okay, you need to be specific on Disney movie. Do you mean animated, live action, or both? Um, in terms of animated, oof, what would it have been? Animated? Oh boy, there's so many. There's so many. Ooh, now those are some classic movies right there. Oh, probably. I think as of right now, of course, I still like to rewatch Encanto. Um, as a kid, though, definitely would have been uh, Aristocats and Oliver and Company, with Bambi coming in a close second. Now, if you want to know my favorite live action Disney movie, it would be The love bug. Who knows? Please tell me someone knows what the love bug is, because then I won't feel as old. Um, the Lion King is a good one too. But please tell me, please, someone, yay! Aqua knows. Aqua knows the love bug. Hello, Purple. And Lion King is a good one too. The love bug. Oh, you know, about a little Volkswagen Beetle who has a mind of his own, who can win races. His name is Herbie. Yes, you are old like me, Aqua. You would know. That is literally my favorite series. Because yes, there were quite a few movies by Lost the Tooth. And now I need to know the backstory of this. Alrighty, we finished the numbers. Yay! No, I'm not going to be finishing the streetcar because I realized bogeys. That's the one thing I don't like doing are the bogeys. I mean, it is called Herbie because like after the first movie, it was Herbie Reds Again, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie Goes Bananas, and then there was a 1997 like quote unquote remake of the Love Bug, and then there was Herbie Fully Loaded. So the first movie was called Love Bug. So I know I call it the Love Bug series, but yes, it is mainly Herbie. Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant like you actually had the movie and like whacked your tooth out. I didn't think you were actually like wiggling, but that makes sense. Oh yeah, Herbie Goes Bananas. He goes to Mexico. Yeah, he became quite the traveler. He went to Monte Carlo and Mexico. All right, so we go about here. Bloop. You know what? I swallowed my very first tooth because I just didn't know what to expect. I knew it was loose. I knew something was going to happen. And then I went to eat a sandwich and it came out in my sandwich. And I didn't feel it, so I swallowed it. Whoops. I think the Line Guard has a interesting premise. I know I watched like the first couple episodes, and I was just like, whew. And I was just like, I don't know how I feel about it. Basically, it wasn't like bad. It was like, I don't know. Oh my, we got some crooked windows here. I won't straighten the windows. Let's see. This is going to be a little bit tricky just because of the detail here. Yes. Do I? Oh, so I do. Here, let me check them on my phone here. I was almost about to go hover over them with my mouse, and it's like, that's maybe not a good idea. Let's see. Let's see. We got. Oh, one's from. Ah, gotcha. The other one is from Michigan and Pacific. Oh, okay. Give me a moment. I'm just replying to a thing. I think I just accidentally punned in my response. Yes, you were being a butt. Yes, uncheck notifications. How dare I? Yeah, streams can be finicky. I can testify to that. Yeah, some streams are also a little picky. You know, how it is. They're like, oh, are you famous? Well, then you're not going to be as like your stream's not going to be as broadcasted. Because it sucks. Because, if you're not a big time creator, then, because, according to YouTube, then they're like, well, who are you? And that's what I don't like. I do not like how much YouTube caters to the famous people. Let's see, how should I approach this? I'm just sorry, I'm just checking out all the details, if I want to include them or not. I'm just evaluating all the details. You know what? I probably should add some of the details, so I should, okay, okay, I think I see. Oh my goodness, you guys! Where is this? There. Are you guys happy now? I've heard about that. Okay, I think what we need to do... Sorry, I'm still figuring out how this needs to be done. Okay, so is there... Yeah, there is a little thingy right there. Oh boy. Maybe this is just a testament to how tired I am. Or how tired I am. I think I shouldn't say tired. I should just say worn out. Again, it was a busy day. It was a good day. Just a busy day. With the museum opening up and whatnot. Alright, so it goes about here. Oh, this curves a bit. Oops. Whoops. You know what was my jam back in the day, and that probably influenced some of my art style, at least it comes to hair designs? Lion King 2. You could definitely say Kovu's hair. His mane style definitely influenced Lewis's earlier hairstyle. Furry wife. every time, I just have to chuckle. But yes, I loved Lion King 2. Yeah, I mean, subconsciously, I probably based Lewis more on Kovu more than I thought. Oh, Oh, pause, guys. The child woke up. Okay. We're good. He dropped his teddy. He woke up because he was confused. He's back asleep. Hello. I'm back. I'm just making sure my microphone's working. Oh yeah. Yeah, it is. Excuse me. Um, yeah. He loves sleeping with his teddy. It's adorable. His teddy is definitely a must when it comes to him having a good night's sleep. Whew! Sorry, I just realized I'm starting to get a headache, so I actually might call the stream done. I'll wait till the top of the hour, but I just started getting a headache there. Ah, and I'm starting to get thirsty. So yeah, I'll still, yeah, I'll consider that my time to call it quits. Essentially. Um, to be fair, I'll probably go to bed, quote unquote, earlier than I usually would on a Saturday. Just, just, you know. I actually went to bed early last night too. But yeah, it's. Oh, you guys are telling me to go to bed. What are you guys hinting at? Are you guys hinting that you don't want to talk to me anymore? Is that it? I don't know why I brought out that voice. It's my my sarcastic kind of joking voice. Ah, yes. Okay, funny story about hydrogen monoxide. That was a trick question on one of my I think it was my chemistry exam when I was like 15 or 16. And I almost fell for it because our teacher put in like a she put in an excerpt about how dangerous dihydrogen monoxide was, and like listed all of like how dangerous this was, and the thing in the test was for us to just to write a response on like whether we agree if it's dangerous or not, and I almost fell for it. I almost fell for it until I was like, oh man, this dihydrogen monoxide sounds awful. Why is this like so prevalent? And then I wrote, and then as I almost finished my essay, and I thankfully was writing in pencil, but as I almost finished my essay, I was like, oh, I should figure out what the compound is, and it's like H2O. Ah, so I had to like erase my whole essay and start again. And yeah, some of the classmates fell for it, and one classmate was so angry that he fell for it. He like threw his binder in the garbage can and just stormed out of class. Yeah, it was I was just like, I think I was more proud of myself that I caught it. Seeing I was not very academic in school, like I struggled in school, that was just like, I can't believe I caught that. But yeah, that's my story about dihydrogen monoxide. What? What? Oh yes, cold pillow. Love a cold pillow. Oh, Rubel's used to it. Well, I shouldn't say. Yeah, he's used to it. I do chat quite a bit with some of my online friends. Ooh, oh yes, Robin was able to do that in school once. They tested out different metals for firework, or minerals, not chemicals. I don't even know. Um, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm gonna wait till the top of the hour. Gonna wait till the top of the hour, and then I will say goodnight to y'all. Y'all. I'm not even Southern. um, to be fair, Rubel does talk to his grandparents, like, through Google Duo and FaceTime and whatnot, so it's really not that out of the question for him. Oh no, that's no fun. That's no fun at all. Yeah, it probably does, Radford. Yeah, you two are a bad influence on that. Yeah. I'm wondering if well, I guess it'll depend if I post some of my coloring pages eventually. I might. I think it just all firstly depends on how well they're received at the museum, because it's kind of like we're doing a test right now. And then we'll just kind of see from there. Oh, oh yes, the sweet tea in your veins. Mm-hmm. And we got maple syrup in our veins. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good at this kind of stuff. Uh, oh my goodness. You need to be careful, Goob. Yep. Sorry. Now, yeah, I'm now realizing how tired I am. So this old fogey, according to the internet, internet years. Aqua and I are pretty old, but yes. Don't worry, guys. I gave Team M Bomb permission to call us the furry family, so it's okay. It's okay about that. Yes. It's almost the top of the hour, guys, and then I will go to bed. Yeah, you guys can start saying. um, you guys can start saying goodnight now. It's almost time. Oh no, they're joining just as I'm about to say goodnight. No. I feel so bad every time that happens when people are like, "I'm here," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to bed." It's like, "No! I'm so sorry for you who just joined. It's uh I'll try to do another one soon. I'll try. I will try." Oh, I know. I know. I feel so bad and I'm sorry, but I'll try to do another one sometime soon, okay? Like, I will actively try. I don't know when, but I will try. And there goes my alarm. I did not set that for this. This is for another thing. So that's hilarious. Alright, guys. Well, maybe I could do one tomorrow. It is May long weekend, so we'll see. Anyways, good night. Thanks for joining along. I will go take an Advil for my head now. And yep. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry. And I'll try. Well, I won't promise tomorrow, but I'll try to do one soon. All right? All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you. And I